This video is going to be pretty chaotic today, but that's pretty on par with me. I mean, my channel is called, like, The Unaesthetic Rider, and I am specifically for chaotic riders. So I don't know why I reject this idea of being chaotic and random on my channel. For some reason, I still want to make, normal sit-down videos like other people. And that's just not me. And that's just not the way my life goes. I've been trying to film this video for 2 days now. It's not working. My kitchen's dirty. Stuff needs done. So we're multitasking because that's the only way I get anything done. Also, kiddos in here in the background, so we'll see how long this video lasts and how much baby talking he does. So I don't even know if this video is going to be really helpful for other people. This may be more of a video for me, honestly, just to look back on and see, how I've changed and grown as an author over the years. But I'm going to make it nonetheless because this was what I wanted to do, and that's how I've been running things lately. As weird as it's been, maybe it's not weird at all, but it seemed weird to me that my last 2 or 3 videos that have done well for my channel and the size of my channel are all videos where I did not plan it all ahead of time. I didn't script it or anything like that. I just hopped in and started talking, and you guys seem to like it. And I don't know why that is. So we're going to test it out, I guess, and see if this one does well also. But like I said, I guess let me know down below if this one helps you out at all, because this one may be completely useless. So when I first published a book, that was February of 2022, was my very first self-published book. It was a werewolf shifter book that I had originally written on Wattpad, actually. As a little teenager, I was all over Wattpad, as many of the very, very cool teens are. While I read stuff, I decided that I wanted to write something of my own as well. And so I wrote this werewolf story that was a little bit different than what I was reading. Now, there's not other stuff out there like it, but it was different than what I had been exposed to. And it actually did really well on Wattpad. I was having millions of reads, and people were giving me really nice comments about it. And I decided that I was going to actually self-publish that and make it available for people to buy it. So I did that in 2022, long time after I was a teenager. Please don't think I'm younger than I actually am. That was many years after I had written the book and then rewritten it. Hi, baby. Are you being such a good baby? Yeah, are you being such a good baby? And so after I published the book, it actually did better than what I thought it would do. I'm sure most of you have heard somewhere, I don't know where the statistic came from, so I assume it's not true, actually. Maybe it was true at one point and it isn't anymore. Either way, I think most of us have heard that most self-published books don't sell more than 100 copies in their lifetime. And so my very first year, Blood Wolf sold 112 copies, if I remember correctly. I'll post screenshots of my little tracker up here when I'm editing. Karina will do that. But I sold 112 copies of my book in the first year. I was stoked with that. That was amazing. That was incredible. I still am stoked with that. I'm still so happy about that. So then, last year, 2023, I published the second book in that series. Second book of the series. And you would think, having 2 books out, that I would do better now with book sales than I did the year before. Wrong. You would be wrong. Now, this is probably for a couple of reasons. The main reason I attribute this to is from late June, yeah, that works well. From late June, early July, and onward, I found out I was pregnant in June, and I was so sick. Guys, I was so sick for the first trimester for sure, but honestly, just like the whole pregnancy, I was useless. I was a useless human being. And so I was not marketing. I hardly was pushing the second book. So even though the book actually released in March, and it did pretty well, that second book released in March, and it did pretty well in the beginning, it just, the last half of the year, I didn't push sales at all. I was on social media very minimally. And so last year, even though I had 2 books out, I think I made a total of 107 sales between the 2 books. So not each one. So between the 2 books, I sold over 100 copies, but less than what I sold the year before. So definitely not looking great, right? I'm pretty crazy. Is that what you think? Mama over here talking to herself. So then, fast forward to 2024. I had our baby in February of 2024. Clearly now we're more than half through 2024, and I still have not published a book this year because, I'll be honest, again, between pregnancy and baby, writing and marketing and all of that was very difficult for me. But I do have a book that I'm hoping to publish in December, so we'll see. I'm sure that I'll get a little boost in December if I'm able to pull it off and publish that one. But I may have also screwed myself a little bit because this is not a book from my young adult pen name that I have already the 2 books published under. This is a completely new pen name, and this is a adult fantasy that I'm writing. Now, why would I do that? Honestly, this is a terrible idea for business career-wise, I believe. I may be fully wrong, but I think this is probably a wrong move. I probably should stick with the young adult pen name and just try to finish that one out. But the problem is that the 2 books that I have slotted for the young adult pen name right now, I'm struggling with between the baby and plotting them, I'm struggling with them. Where with the adult fantasy that I'm writing, I'm not struggling to write that and get a word count in at all with that one. So that is why I'm moving forward with that one and hoping to publish that one this year and maybe get some.
Spaghetti-o. Are we all sad?
I think we're losing time here with the baby, so I'll try to be quick. I think this year for 2024, I haven't got the reports in from everywhere for July's sales, but so far my sales for 2024, again, have been completely abysmal, even worse than last year. I think I've sold a total of, I want to say like 10 copies. Like, it has not been good, guys. Now again, this is mostly due to having the baby and just adjusting to being a first-time mom, having some mental health issues with that, and struggling with the writing and the staying on top of the marketing and everything. So, I guess my advice in this video is going to be take the wins where you have them. I think I've mentioned that before, but honestly, that's the biggest thing I've been realizing as I've been reviewing what I've done before and what I need to do moving forward to try to turn this into a successful career for me, hopefully at some point, right? At this point, it's not a sustainable one. Obviously, I'm making pennies off of it, right? So it's not sustainable right now, but the goal is for it to be someday. So I think what my message for this video is really trying to be is, 1, give yourself grace, recognize the reality of where you're at. I could just look at the numbers and I could be really discouraged and just give up at this point, right? So far, it's not been an upward climb, it's been downwards, right? My numbers are tracking down. And so I could look at that and be super discouraged and just decide that I'm not going to do anything else with it and not push forward anymore. What I'm doing is taking the opposite from all this. Because when you take a holistic view at the numbers plus my situation specifically, I believe I can see exactly why those numbers have trended down, and so therefore I know and can make a plan to try to make them go the opposite direction and trend upwards again. Again, taking the path of publishing under a new pen name may set things off track even more. I'm curious if they will. But again, I'm also having to give myself grace with just what I'm able to do right now and my abilities right now. And I watched this pan baby, and right now my abilities are to write this one book that I'm almost 53,000 words into it, honestly, and I think I'm over halfway through it. So that's where my ability is right now. I have also been taking time during this year, during the pregnancy, and what I was saying was I took time to plot and plan the 3rd book in the trilogy, where I already published the 2 books, and a new series that I'm going to be putting out under that young adult pen name also. Now, I know some people are going to watch this video and be super discouraged with seeing my numbers, and that's okay. They are not amazing numbers, right? I don't make this video as a brag at all, because I'm fully aware of where I'm at right now and my level of success. But I do hope that what it will do is let you take a look at your own life, whether you have any books out or not, and see your areas of success and growth, or at least the reality of it, that the videos of authors talking about how they sold, 2,000 books last month are super inspirational, and I love them. Those are some of my favorite YouTube videos that I come here to find on AuthorTube. But they are not always the reality for everybody, and I'm one of those people that it's not the reality. And so if that's where you're at right now, it's totally fine. I'm hoping that I can make a video like this again. Maybe not while I'm doing the dishes, but you understand the point. That I can make a video like this again in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, and be able to see that my books and my publishing life is insanely different than it is today. If you liked the tracker that I put up, I'm going to put some screenshots up of the tracker that I use to track my books. This is just an Excel spreadsheet that I have made some of the equations on Excel to make it easier for myself with tracking my book numbers and sales and everything like that. If it's something you'd like as a free option, I do have it as a downloadable on my Buy Me a Coffee shop, completely for free. So you can download that if you like and make adjustments to it to fit for you. But yeah, that's something that I have available if you guys would like it. Thanks for hanging out with me for this super honest and not really inspirational chat. Thanks everyone. Bye.
I always should have stayed.